Hello everyone, DigiGex90 here. Before I begin this podcast video, there's some things I want to bring up. Number one, I actually had done a Season 9 Predictions podcast before, with a friend of mine named White Rose. I post a link to it in the description if you're interested in checking it out. But to be honest, it's actually unlisted. It's mostly because I'm not really proud with the video. Why exactly? Well, for one, my microphone sounded a bit low when White Rose was recording that via her recording feature on Windows Movie Maker. And yeah, she uses Windows Movie Maker for her videos. I don't know why, but it's her choice anyways. And two, I didn't really like when we were just looking at a script that we were going to use for the introduction, our prediction ideas, and the ending. But let's just say I decided I wanted to do it as a podcast deal. I thought we could use the prediction ideas that we had from our script for the podcast, but for some goddamn reason, she decided to go for what we were originally intending to do. And to be honest, it just felt so embarrassing. Embarrassing to where I'm just not proud of this video. Like, at all. But I didn't want to disappoint White Rose that much. So that's why I just upload it onto my channel as it is, but make it unlisted. So yeah, I was not proud with it. To the point that I actually wanted to redo the entire podcast, but this time with other friends of mine in the Brony community. Which, sometime in December, I actually did that, and to be honest, I am actually very proud with this redo. Anyways, again, if you want to check out the original podcast that I did with White Rose, the link to it is in the description below. Speaking about this podcast video, originally it was going to be the six of us. Me, Rebby Fan, Mahari, Sonic, Heartsy, and Chokfi. But, however, when I was about to start recording via CD soft, Chokfi and Heartsy couldn't be able to show up due to some things. Heartsy, I'm not for sure. And for Chokfi, I think he was asleep. But however, there is some good news. Chokfi is actually going to do a video about his predictions for Season 9. And as for Heartsy, she's going to do the same thing, but I am actually going to piece that video for her. Since I now got that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this MLP Season 9 predictions video with me, Rebby Fan, Sonic Silverstar, and Mahari. Hello everyone, DigiGex90 here, and I'm actually here with Sonic Silverstar.
Hi!
Jeffrey.
What's up, bitches? This is your Rebby Fan here.
And Mahari. Mahari?
Sorry, I was just muting. My dog started barking.
I see. Anyways. Today we're actually going to be talking about our own predictions. We're going to discuss about our own predictions about Season 9 of MLP. So, who actually wants to start first? Who wants to start first? Because, yeah.
I guess I could go.
Alright.
So, should I talk about my predictions for next season as well as what I'd like to see happen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess some of my would like to see happen would be I'd really like to see more of Starlight Glimmer.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yes, more Starlight, goddammit.
I want more
The
development on her.
I'd say her character arc is still pretty solid, but Riders, you owe us some better Starlight development after how you treated her this season of Season 8. You need to redeem yourselves for how you treated her that season, and we want that in Season 9. Starlight deserves better, damn it!
I'd also like to see more of Spike and more of Sunburst. And maybe more of, like, Crystal Empire stuff. I miss the Crystal Empire showing up a lot.
Yeah.
I agree.
They've pretty much forgotten about that place. I mean, that's in Season 6, the Crystal Wing. So then we'd get some stuff on that. Oh, and speaking of Sunburst, I just put up an idea. Why doesn't Sunburst join Spike, Big Max, and Discord's friend group?
Well, that,
Oh, you mean when they play that one Dungeons and Dragons game that they play?
Yup. Well, but yeah, just joining that group of friends, because it's basically all. It's basically the group of all basically the main male characters of the show, and since Sunburst has pretty much become one of the new prominent male characters in the show, I'm thinking he could join that group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
That does make sense, honestly. Plus, he's really nerdy.
yeah, it's like Spike. And yeah, that's the one thing I also would like to see more of. I'm really enjoying the episodes involving that group of friends. Like, I really love the breakdown and the chemistry the Discord, Big Mac, and Spike each shared in that episode. And it's like, yes, make this a seasonal thing, an episode about the boys.
I see then. Any more predictions?
Or what I'd like to see happen, I'd really, and I've been saying this for like 3 seasons now, I would love to see an episode about Shining Armor and Spike, because they must have been raised like brothers, but we hardly see any development on their relationship.
Yeah,
So-
that's actually
Yeah, that
Very
actually
good
makes
point.
sense.
I mean, Spike has been with Twilight since she was a filly, and given how close Twilight and Shining Armor were together throughout their childhood, it would make a lot of sense for Spike and Shining Armor to be close as well. That's a really good point. I never thought of it, but once you brought it up, it's like, yes. That is a great idea. Good on you.
Another thing I'd like to see is focusing on more things going on at Fluttershy's animal sanctuary, because we don't see it much since it got made, but now it's supposed to be like a new location addition in Ponyville. Like, it's a whole animal sanctuary. I'd like to see more of that, and I'd also very much like to see more characters show up of different species. Like, I'd like to see more dragons or griffins or hippogriffs or anything really.
Yeah, with pretty much all the races becoming buddies now, yeah, it'd make more sense for more integration between all the races.
I do have 2 predictions for next season. One of which is something big is going to happen to Twilight.
Ooh.
Something big, since it's the last season, apparently. I think something very big's gonna happen. And I would also predict that I've totally lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I hate it when that happens. I really don't like it when that happens.
Yeah. You know, just maybe Twilight's gonna become more key to what's going on with the other princesses, you know. I'm also hoping more characters get to do map adventures, get sent on quests.
The map episodes are still hit or miss for me, but it's also really interesting since they decided to allow other characters to be sent on quests. And yeah, it'd be fun to see more pairings. Like, maybe at one point Discord could be sent by the map, because it's not creature specific. But I guess they can no longer call it the cutie map, since it's related to cutie marks, which only ponies get. That might not be very politically correct now that in the show's current days.
Yeah. I think another minor prediction I would have is Kieran shows up at the school.
Ooh.
And goes to school there.
That's interesting. Because as far as we know, the Kierans are pretty much cut off from the rest of the Equestria, which kind of makes me question how did they have so many other cultural influence, Western culture, which makes me wonder how did they know what ponies are and know their language, know the same language, and pretty much have other similar aspects of the pony culture in their one, since they're cut off from, like I said, they're cut off from the rest of the Equestria, which is one of the bit of flaws in the world of the Kieran, which I don't think gets addressed enough by the fandom, because they're too busy gushing over the good stuff of the episode, which, to be fair, is understandable, because, I mean, everything else, well, there are a lot of good things about the episode, but yeah, I think the execution of the Kieran culture, based on what it's supposed to be, is a little flawed. But yeah, I like your idea. Yeah, because damn, the Kieran are such fascinating creatures. The concept of them, it's just amazing.
Especially I find Autumn Blaze so cute.
Yeah, I mean, the whole she loves talking gag got a little bit excessive at some points, but you're still I freaking love her.
See.
I would really like to see Chrysalis come back too and do something. I mean, her little episode, that episode was so random and silly in my opinion. I really didn't like it that much. And I'd really like to see her come back and do more, you know, like...
Yeah,
and then...
what?
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, speaking of Chrysalis, I remember first seeing the season 6 finale, seeing her basically refuse the chance to reform, and then setting her up as a reoccurring villain. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting! Then she's absent for an entire season, and when she finally does return, it's completely unrelated and never brought up again throughout the rest of the season, and they make her look really, really pathetic. But in my review, when I talked about the episode, I pointed out how, like, why is she so weak, but then I figured that, you know, she probably hasn't had a good supply of love rightly. Because, as she said in To and Back Again, the changelings collect love and bring it to her. So, you know, maybe she's going way too reliant on other changelings constantly supplying her love. And maybe that's why she's pretty weak. The fact that she can get beaten. The fact that she was overpowered by a bootleg Twilight.
That is a great way to describe that.
I'm just glad she wasn't reformed. Ugh.
Honestly,
yes, yes,
too many
yes,
reforms.
yes. There's nothing wrong with reformations, especially in the case of Paradox from Steven Universe and Zuko from Avatar of the Lost Airbender.
And this one bull, I forgot who his name was, but he was like a bullfrog from Star Forces.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name is too, but I really like him. At first he starts as the typical dumb minion of the villain, which is a cliche that I really am sick of. But I really love how much development they give him, actually becoming a father and a close friend and ally of Star. Yeah, I love what they did with the guy.
I see.
One more thing I was gonna say was I really hope there's more development on the creatures that are in Tartarus. Because they all seemed very kind, you know, controllable, not so beastly, and it seems on many levels cool that they're all caged there.
To be honest, I was gonna say, to be honest, I felt like Tartarus was a bit inconsistent with season 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in earlier seasons, it was a little bit more bigger than that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, not what was I expecting. Also, who the fuck is feeding all these creatures?
Yeah, it obviously takes a lot of work to get in and out of there, and then it's like somebody has to go there every single day to feed them.
Also, someone must have established that letters can be delivered to Tartarus, cause it's the only way I can think of that could resolve the plot hole of how the fuck can Tarak and Cozy Glow communicate when Tarak is in Tartarus. How did the two...
Yeah! I was like,
how did what? It's like the writers just like decide to just establish that without actually thinking about the realm of possibility. Like, it's not a terrible idea, but you gotta make sure it's within the realm, like I said, within the realm of possibility. Also, why is that lion thing, is it called the manticore?
Yeah, it's a manticore.
Yeah. Why is he in there? I mean, Fluttershy removed that sprinter from him, and now he's friendly. Why? Oh.
A lot of those creatures seemed really friendly, honestly. It was weird.
Yeah. Then again, do remember that thing that was like a fusion of a tiger, goat, and snake? That thing was definitely threatening Apple Bloom and some pony to watch over me. But yeah, a lot of the other creatures, yeah.
Definitely didn't make a lot of sense. Also, I know she was a big threat, but who the heck walks a little child in hell with all their monsters? Instead of attempting to, like, reform her or whatever. Just let's lock a little child in hell with a bunch of monsters.
Also, isn't there like a juvenile detention center in Ponyville?
I don't know, it just seemed really weird. They're like not even trying to reform them.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't even an attempt, it was just, yeah, you're going to hell. Literally.
Also, one thing I don't know. Why is Cozy Glow this obsessed with power? Like, I just don't get it. I mean, I know most villain backstories on the show are pretty most of the time are pretty flimsy, but they at least give us something. I really don't get how a filly at her age is this obsessed with power.
I don't know, the whole situation just felt like super weird.
Yeah, like
It was not a well thought out plot, honestly.
Yep. Like, some of these ideas aren't really necessarily bad, but they need to be executed well.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you. For
Also,
huh? Oh,
I do want to mention 2 more things. One,
okay.
hashtag finally a female royal guard in season 8. And
yeah.
2, my last prediction or hope for next season is at least 1 new member of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Somebody else who's actually a blank flank that's gonna, take the candle and continue the CMC.
Oh, yes.
That's actually a pretty good prediction right there.
Yeah. Yay.
Ooh. Alright then. Thanks for sharing your predictions. I actually do got some predictions. For one, I want to address something in the elephant in the room. Fucking Grogar. Oh my god.
Yes.
From what I can remember back in late 2017 when there was a bunch of leaks everywhere, Grogar was actually seemed to be like one of the few reference screenshots. I'm gonna be honest, that design of Grogar, it's okay, like it's kind of good, but I prefer the fan-made interpretations more because some of them just look more intimidating than this show design. But man, since I've been hearing information about season 9 Grogar appearing, like, thank you, because I've been wanting him to join the show ever since fucking season 5 because of T-Rex appearing in season 4. And let's just say for Grogar, I want him to be the most intimidating villain and the most what's that one word? Formidable, I think. I don't know, like this one word where I don't know how
Basically the biggest threat
yes, biggest threat.
yet.
I want him to be the biggest threat that the main six and the entire thing has ever fought.
Ooh. Yeah, it is the final season. You wanna end with a bang. Ultimate climax.
Actually, not only just Grogar, but apparently some people actually wanted not only Grogar, but T-Rex, King Chrysalis, and a few other villains actually teaming up to try to take out the main six and some of the other characters.
I remember there
I've
was
actually had this really weird headcanon for a long time that I really want to see happen.
What is it?
Okay, so basically, Chrysalis ends up wandering the frozen tundra of the Crystal Empire for days and days on end until she's so weak she collapses, which she just so happens to collapse near that red crystal being that created Sombra. Thus, it tells her she will give her the power if she can go and find something for this crystal in the Crystal Palace in the Crystal Empire. And what she has to find is the last piece of Sombra's horn, and if she returns it to the crystal, then Sombra can return, therefore raising an army of Umbrum. Now, Chrysalis is going to go about this like every Anybody who's ever been a villain is going to go bad again. Their goodness will be gone, and the only individual who's able to turn them back onto their side anymore would be, like, for example, Spike for the Changelings, maybe Trixie or Twilight for Starlight Glimmer, Fluttershy for Discord, kind of thing. Like, there's only one character that has the power to give them their goodness back, basically, you know, to let them see the light within themselves again. And it'd be the Shadow Umbrum that'd be taking over all of them and forcing all of their you know, negativity back up to the surface, their badness. And thus, they each have to go and, you know, each character has to be reformed again, and finally it gets down to Chrysalis and Sombra and his army of Umbrum. Creatures from the Shadow Realm.
This was actually kind of that does remind me of a story arc from the comics where Sombra's childhood friend gathers up a couple of other villains from Equestria to create a diversion during the Crystal Fair, while she revives Sombra. For the villains she lists, such as Lightning Dust and Flame and Flam, yeah. For Christmas and the Changelings were able to help her cause a bit.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't really like was that they got an what's his name again? He's the he's from Putting Your Hope Down the Manticore that was
I think you're referring to Iron Will.
Ah! Man!
Oh no, not that
What's his
guy.
name? I mean, one thing I didn't like that he was one of the villains that Sombra's childhood friend had listed, and I didn't like that because in the comics they actually give him some really good character development, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, I really did like the comic stuff with Radiant Hope and Sombra. So I'd really like to see more development on Sombra and see him return, you know? Because at the end of the comic, you realize that there's a tiny piece of his horn left within the castle, with the ability to reform should it be given the correct amount of power.
Y'all is not good enough, Bray! Sorry, I was trying to intimidate Grogar from Generation 1.
Ha 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 ha.
Now, for Grogar's voice actor, I'm not for sure who. If Michael Bell did decide to come back as Grogar, I could have been okay with that. It's just that if they would have gave him a bit more intimidating person, maybe like Jim Cummings or Mark Hamill or someone or some other person.
Yeah.
But if they're planning on making Grogar a little bit more intimidating with his voice, I just recommend you should have one of those more well-known voice actors. One of them, at least.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and speaking about that team up, oh my god, I swear to god, I hope Cozy Glow is not the fucking leader because she does not deserve it. Grogar deserves it.
I really honestly never liked Cozy Glow's character. I think it was the whole story arc around her was done rather badly. I mean, the whole thing that she was like working with Twilight closely throughout the thing and very manipulative.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, that's kind of cool, but other than that, it just felt
Really?
meh.
Of all people to be Twilight's assistant at the school, they choose Cozy Glow, who, at the beginning, was failing constantly. Why not one of the students 6? They of all the students easily have have learned the most about friendship, why aren't they the ones being Twilight's assistant? Like, how
I think
did Cozy
kind
grow?
of pushed herself into that, though. Like,
Yeah. And I love how Twilight was, like, you know, acting so disappointed and shocked. I'm like, do want to be a lot better? Actually, sure, a little more. Okay, maybe a lot more going into showing Twilight trusting Cozy Glow, really showing Cozy Glow's position as the assistant, and actually show Twilight feel the trust for her, because it honestly just feels like that. Oh, Cozy just gets the assistant job because it's part of the plot device, you know? Not because that within the context Twilight would genuinely believed in her. Like, actually show a lot more of that before the finale, but yeah, like you said, everything about the Cozy arc is just poor execution. Actually, pretty much all of Season 8 was poor execution, with a few notable exceptions.
yeah.
But nothing can top Season 8's biggest crime, its treatment of Starlight Glimmer.
Yeah. By the way, you want to know what's another character that should have actually made an appearance in the show, like other than a fucking flashback appearance? The gargoyle known as Scorpion.
Ooh, yes, that'll be interesting. If Tarak is still alive after all the years, I can only imagine that Scorpion is still alive as well.
I mean, Smooth was a thing, and so was Tarek.
Ooh, yes. Okay, I'm gonna be honest right here. The Smooths in the MLP 1986 movie, so much better than Generation 4. That I said it.
That's fine, man. The Smooth wasn't really much of a really good character in my opinion.
Yeah, like, it's cute in the remake, but I felt like the movie took far more advantage of the concept of the Smooths and how much of a threat they can be as full-on villains.
What are they gonna do with the Student 6 next season, though?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm surprised how little they were used throughout the season. They were constantly just shown in the background so the writers could say, "Look, they're there! Look, they're there!" And it's like, yo, after school days, I expected them to have a much more pivotal role throughout the season. I mean, it's so freaking obvious that they are basically the future main six, and the finale pretty much confirmed that with how the Tree of Harmony reacted to them. And yeah, I just didn't like how they were relegated to the background despite all that good build up. And whenever there was an episode involving them, it was just well done, writers. They were honestly the best thing about the season. And to be honest, I kind of felt like half the time they were making the main six look bad and making the six out to be pretty bad in order to make the student six look good. And no way is that more apparent in the episode The Non-Complete Clause.
Yeah, they just kind of feel like they're kind of retiring the main six slowly, because they're now teachers, they don't go on map missions as often, they don't do like the journals anymore, they just feel like they're grown up past their main six business, you know?
And yet the writers have them constantly forget all the lessons they learned in the past, like real classy, the writers.
Yeah, just for
Lack of continuity!
Continuity, goddammit!
Can you do it?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of how the SpongeBob writers, like after the original one was, that they just keep on cutting off continuity altogether for those characters, or just, I don't know.
Which
That's
of
like I
the main
said-
6 do each of them represent, though? That's another thing.
I had some people in the comments point out the colors of the colors of the elements were covering each of the students. Also, I gotta say, despite that short amount of screen time this season, a couple of them had some really damn good development, especially for Gallus and Smolder.
Yeah. I really like Gallus. He's probably one of my favorite characters nowadays.
Yeah.
My favorite Student 6 is actually Samus, because she's such a cute.
Me too. She might not
I
have
like
much
them all.
development.
But
Yeah. I guess Sandbar. I guess my least favorite might be Sandbar, because basically just the stoner. But everyone else has a really big personality. Personality, and again, Alice is so freaking cute. She's basically a literal bookworm.
oh, I remember one more thing I was gonna predict for next season or would like to see. I totally forgot about it. I want to see that country fashion pony that Rarity found and gave the hat to in the Christmas episode
Yeah.
come and mentor under Rarity. Be her apprentice.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, that
that's
guy
lots
from Best Gift Ever. I
Yes,
think-
yes. That is the best idea. You deserve a medal.
Yay!
Let's see. But yeah, it would be pretty cool if Square and Pan were showed up.
Yeah.
Some other predictions. Can't think of any at the moment. Jeff, you have any ideas for predictions?
Unfortunately, I'm not.
I actually remember that you actually just wanted more Starlight Glimmer episodes or some shit.
Yeah, but it's already been cut and dry, so.
Yeah. What about you, Sonic? Have any ideas?
First of all, throw out the basic formula. Throw out the usual season structures already, because I'm so sick of epic two-part opening, a bunch of episodic episodes, and then a 2-episode finale. Just stop restricting yourself. Be free. Be afraid to don't be afraid to step a bit outside of your comfort zone. Damn it.
Take a page from Steven Universe. Do a whole friggin' 4-episode finale.
Yes.
There is something I want to bring up. Generation 1, there were certain episodes like The Return of Tamalon, and there were a few other ones, but I can't remember what they were. But yeah, there were a few episodes that were 4-parters, not 2 or 1, no 3, just 4, and I find that pretty cool. Hell, from what I can remember, even Yu-Gi-Oh, for all fuck's sake, actually had more than 2 parts, at least for some of the duels. But
this kind of reminds me, the Best Skip Ever special was basically the length was about 40 minutes, which was basically the length of 4 episodes. No way, it's basically a 2-episode finale. But just think what more you can do with more than just 40 minutes. Again, like I said, it just feels so confined and restricted, and it just follows the same story beats every single season. Give me something new!
yeah, I definitely agree there. There should be something new.
I mean, I'm more irritated that they're using the same ponies every even every generation, we've got like the same 6 ponies appearing. I want to see something where, rather than in a next generation continue with the same ponies, which is apparently what they're planning for Gen 5, I want to see them continue on where they left off. Sure, do it in a new style, but just keep going. Like, for example, maybe Gen 5 would be about the Student 6 and their adventures. You know?
Yeah. From what I can remember, I think a few people might be thinking that with the same main 6 in mind, I don't know, I kind of remember something about them thought about that maybe like the season 9 thing could, like, I don't know, like regenerate a new universe or some crap. Or just restart Equestria, but this time it's just looking different. I don't know. I mean, I can sort of see where they're coming from because, well, from what I can remember, Generation 5, they will still keep similar locations like Clownsdale and Ponyville and stuff like that. But I don't know. I do find that a little far-fetching, but by judging, look at the concept art, I can sort of see where they're coming from on that deal.
Anyway, next thing I want. Improve the goddamn school, damn it! Improve the school! Like, I remember at first I was like thinking, I really don't like the concept, the school idea at all. It just, on paper, just does not sound very good. Then School Days premiered, and after seeing that episode, I'm like, hey, this might actually be good. The rest of the season? Why? The school is such, man, the execution of the school is so broken. Like, I mean, half the time the main 6 aren't very good teachers to the students, like in the non-complete clause and the end in Friend, where they just completely drop everything they want and be a bad example to the students. Plus, there's also how the fuck are they able to maintain their careers while being teachers and still have some free time? Can they hire a couple more teachers and not people that are hopeless at teaching students the basic concepts of friendship? And how the fuck are people so interested in the idea? How the fuck are so many ponies interested in the idea of schools that teach friendship? That stuff is for, like, me, preschool, kindergarten, and what's supposed to be the parents of your own parents. Those are where you should be teaching, learning friendship. But when you get to your adult and teenage and adult years, you should be focusing on your time and money on something that could, you know, get you somewhere in life. Because, like I did in my review, I compared the friendship school to a gender studies class, and that's pretty much, yeah, what kind of degree can you get from a friendship school? And also, speaking of friendship, Twilight, can you please stop putting friendship at the beginning of every single one and every facet of your life? I mean, it's becoming, you know how a lot of the earlier generations of the show have a reputation for just pandering to friendship and preaching friendship to the audience. It just comes up as pandering. What made this generation so good is that they legitimately teach friendship without constantly preaching it and pandering it. But now, it feels like, oh man, it's becoming like the earlier generations where they just say friendship, 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 friendship with no substance. You're becoming the pandering mess that was the earlier generations. Stop doing that, MLP. This was the reason why I liked you in the first place. Because you didn't do shit like that.
So in other words, it's getting repetitive.
Yep. I
can definitely be there. Kind of remind me of how Taya just keeps on bringing up friendship with some shit.
Yep, and that's basically Twilight. I mean, like I said, she puts friendship at the in front of everything that she and the main 6 do. Like, Can't we just not think about friendship for once and actually be friends?
I want to see more actual, like, non-predictable writing. Seriously, like,
Yeah.
again, take a page from Steven Universe's book. You can literally never predict. There's so many different things people think of, but at the end of the day, everybody's always surprised. But you can always, you always know what's going to happen in MLP. It's so obvious leading up to it. Everybody's known that Cozy Glow would be the bad guy from, like, day one.
Yep. I remember back in the earlier seasons, I really loved how a lot of them really caught me off guard with the directions that they go. Like, when I first saw Grip in the brush up, I thought Pinkie Pie had planned all those pranks on Gilda as revenge for all the shit she was doing. But no, as it turns out, she legitimately wanted to give her a good party and wanted to in hopes of forming a genuine friendship with her. Like, yes, that's again, that sort of writing's what got me, one of the factors that got me into the show. Not that MLP hasn't dabbled in predictable writing in its earlier seasons as well, but nowadays it's just there's hardly any surprise. Everything you can see coming.
But yeah, anything else?
Ooh,
I want to see more pillar stuff.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, the Pillar 6.
Pillar 6, main 6, student 6.
Yeah, Big Six
So many
is
sixes.
behind. Yeah, that's another thing that it always has to come down to 6. Another example of the show restricting itself. So, all comes down to 6. Oh, and one thing I like, more lesbians, goddammit! To be more specific, Starlight and Trixie, kiss. Kiss, 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 kiss.
You know,
Also, I ship so.
Go ahead, sorry.
Also, I wouldn't mind if Ocellus and Spalda got together.
I personally ship Silverstream and Gallus.
Oh, I would like that ship as well.
I want some kind of development in, like, perhaps a romantic relationship between Starlight and Sunburst. That's who I ship Starlight with.
I respect your opinion. I personally don't really see them like that personally.
I think it's adorable. Especially since their ship name is Starburst.
You know, actually, since you brought that up, I've been hearing rumors about that, Scootaloo actually lives with 2 aunts.
Oh yeah, and the 2 aunts are actually a couple. I remember Nikki B MLP talked about it. Talked about a book in a book that was written by people who are on the actual MLP writing staff, and they confirmed that the ants that Scootaloo mentioned in that very story are in fact a couple and not just 2 other sisters of one of Scootaloo's parents. And I guess also I think while Bonbon are technically canon now due to that little moment of them exchanging gifts on Hudson Hood's Day.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, question. If Hasbro wanted to say that maybe the pies and the apples are related, then why the heck are they making Marble like Big Mac so much? Holy heck.
But then again, they are like both families are farmers, and you know there are redneck stereotypes of inbreeding.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah.
I
Let's
seriously
not.
doubt the show's. Yeah, I don't think. Of course, I don't want the show to go there. Yeah, that was one of the
I
things
just
that
think it's
gets
them
me.
saying, yeah. I just think it's Hasbro saying, yeah, no, the apples and the pies are not related or so distantly related that it doesn't matter. And but they're allowed to think they're family because Pinkie Pie, is Pinkie.
Yeah. I remember. I remember. A little while back, I was on the Big Mac and Marble shipping train, but then kind of grew somewhat fell a bit out of it due to them not doing anything with it. And then all of a sudden, they decided to make Big Mac and Sugar Bell, and like, why did you guys drop the Marble Mac ship? Yeah, whatever. I quite like Sugar Mac. I remember when I first saw the trailer with the pie visiting the apples, I'm like thinking, they're going to address the fact that Big Mac's with Sugar Bell and Marvel's experience with him, and they only briefly touch upon it. Oh, that reminds me. Talking about the Pie Sisters reminded me of something. More limestone, goddammit, and more marble. Those two are so freaking underused by the writers. I absolutely love those two. We need more of them. And Maud is freaking overrated by both how she's praised by the fandom and how she's overused by the writers, despite the fact that she's only a supportive. All she does is play a supportive role, and it's the same freaking thing with her, with no development, and yet she keeps getting overused. And get some limestone and marble some love, damn it! Is that so much to ask? Sorry, I just really don't like Maud anymore due to how overused she is, and despite being used constantly, there's no development with her. She's just.
I see.
Just basically getting overused so much, and she never really changes personality ever.
Yeah, and not much development. She's basically just a supporting character to other stories going on, like how she was a supporting character to Rarity in that Manhattan episode. And how she's a plot device in the Mod couple, where she's basically just a rock between Pinkie Pie and Mod Briar. Right. I mean, she's just a plot device with no development to her personality, and the whole deadpan reaction thing. I mean, it's like the Flutter Guy. It's like Flutter Guy. It's really funny at first, but it gets old really fast. Again, the fact that she's being used so much without anything new added to her, it's just annoying why I'm no longer a fan of Maud. And yeah, and plus, I really freaking love Limstone's personality so much, I want more of her. Yeah.
Makes sense. I don't know, I personally don't like Limestone's character. I think she needs a lot more development. They're very limiting her character.
Yeah. Basically what I said, give her some more screen time. I mean, I like her personality as it is. I personally think it's a breath of fresh air and very entertaining. Yeah. But, yeah, give us some development, goddammit.
I think Limestone's gonna be the one that always stays at the rock farm and takes over for her parents when they retire, because she's so into it more than anybody else.
Yep.
Marble might eventually leave the farm too, though. Like, I think she's gonna go do something eventually.
I see. So, is that about it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of too bad that Chalk Fee couldn't be able to join with us tonight. Due to I'm not for sure what the hell he was doing, but So, anyways, thank you guys for joining me on this podcast.
It's a pleasure, Digi.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Or as Mac would say, yup.